That's my way. Do it like that and I repeat. You don't be scared of it, afraid. Just like that, come my way. That's my shit, that's my way. Do it like that and I repeat.
Guys, I'm back at it again with another video. And this time it's a story time. And of course I'm going to be getting ready while I tell you guys the story because I got places to be, people to see. So this is going to be a college roommate story time, like from when like my freshman year of college when I first got there. It's probably going to be a part 2 to this because this is like a long story that I did. Like our beef did not end even after I graduated college. We still have this beef. Like it's honestly ridiculous at this point. Okay, so most of you guys may know I went to Delaware State University. I went there in 2015. I graduated 2019. Just for a little backstory on it. And none of my high school friends went to DSU. So I was the only one out of my whole group of high school friends that decided to go to DSU. And I was fine with that. I was fine with going somewhere new and not knowing anyone. Like that was okay to me. But I was scared, I'm not gonna lie. So I did join a lot of group chats, a lot of Twitter group chats, group chats to make friends before I got there. And I did make a few friends before I got there. But situation with the roommate. So back then, Facebook was really popping. Well, in New York City actually. So we were always on Facebook, whatever. It was always Facebook. So I put on there like I'm going to DSU, blah 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 blah. And there was this girl. She was Facebook famous back then, and she was really known in Queens. We're gonna call her Backyardigan. Then I don't know how we got in contact that first time, but we were talking about DSU, and I was like, I think I asked her if she had a roommate or she asked me, either one of the two, and then I'm like, no. And she said, what dorm are you staying in? I told her the dorm I was staying in, Evers. If you guys know about DSU, Evers is the most lit dorm ever. Like, it's mad lit to stay in Evers. You gotta stay there if you're a freshman. It's mad fun. So I said Evers, and she's like, okay, we could be roommates, so put my name down on your thing. And I did. I'm like, cool. And I didn't like, me and her never met in person, I don't think, but we're both from Queens. And she wasn't like a stranger to me. She seemed cool to me, I guess. So I said, okay, I'll be a roommate. So I put her name on my application. She put my name down on her application. She told me her name was Lullaby and her last name blank. I said Lullaby. I mean Backyardigan and her last name blank. And I put it down. And I was hoping that I got room with her because you know sometimes you can put somebody's name down and then it doesn't always go through to what you want. So then I was set on having a roommate. I was texting her like, what colors do you want to get for our room? Yada yada. That's why I'm going to get this color. I want this color for my bedspread. And at the end of the day, we ended up having different colors. But we were communicating, texting throughout this whole time before school. Before I even graduated high school, honestly. So I got my roommate down pat. So we get to DSU. She got there before me because she was on like a dancing team. And they had to join like a month ahead of time before school started. I think it was a month. Like they had to come in a month ahead. So she already had her side of the room picked. She got the window side, of course. And I had to decide about the door. She already had friends because I guess she made friends from her dance team that she was on at the school. Like the band dancer team. And I didn't. Well, I had my friends that I met on like Twitter and stuff that I was hooking up with. So for like the first day, I was hanging out with her and like a few other New York girls. We went to like it's like a welcoming party they had. So I was hanging out with them. I was cool with them. Before I linked up with my friends that I met on Twitter. And me and her never really had a problem at all. In the beginning. Like, everything was fine. So, I met up with my friends that I met from Twitter. The none of them were from New York. I was the only New York one. And we clicked really well. So, it was like 6 or 7 of us, I think it was. And we clicked really well, and I was hanging out with them most of the time. Then my roommate, then I started messing with this guy on campus. We're going to call him I don't know. Let's call him Derek. So we'll call him Derek. I was messing with Derek for like a while now or whatever. He's from New York as well. And I think I told Backyardigan about it. And I guess she knew a girl who's also messing with him or talking to him when I was. But me and him weren't exclusive. Like it wasn't like that. I was just talking to him. And I guess she knew another girl that was talking to him as well. But what she does is she goes to the boy and talks shit about me to him, right? for no reason. Like, when I say no reason, I mean no reason. I did nothing to this girl at all. Like, she just was that kind of person to start problems for no reason and hide her hands. Like, that was her kind of thing. It's her issues, and then act like it wasn't her and act innocent. So I asked him, like, yo, why would you tell him anything like that? And then she's like, oh, I didn't do it, another girl did it. I'm like, what girl? Like, well, nobody knows me here, so what girl could sit here and talk shit about me besides the girlfriends that I had made in school when I got here? And she tells me some girl that lives in the first floor and I live on the third floor, right? So I go to the girl's room on some crazy shit, and I'm pressing the girl. I'm like, yo, why you talking about me? I don't know who the hell you are. Why are you telling this boy shit about me and I don't know you? Like, I don't understand how you and Backyard Again are talking shit about me to Derek. Like, does that make any sense? Like, who are you, number one? I don't know your name, so how do you know who I am? Like, this is like the first like few months of school. Like, we're still freshmen. Oh, like, you don't know me, I don't know you. Like, I don't think she's from New York anyway to even know me. So she's like, oh, it was your roommate who did that, this, that, and the third. I'm like, she's telling me it's you. She's like, oh no, it was your roommate. I'm like, whatever, bro, I'm out. So I left her room, went back up to my room. And then I told my roommate, she said it was you. And then the girl comes back upstairs with her friends now, that's knocking on my door. She's like, well, your Backyard Again, you said this to her about what I said when it was really you. You went and told him this, that, and the third, and you act like it was me, it was you, and they're arguing about it, and then they're getting like heated argument. So Backyard Again calls her friends live like 2 doors down on our floor in our hallway. She called her friends to our room, so it was like a couple of us there. Then my friends lived right next door, like right across the hallway from us, like literally. So my friends come over too, and it's like a whole big thing about this boy, Derek. I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous. I'm like, I don't have the time and patience for this. Like, this is really ridiculous. This whole situation makes no sense. So ever since then, the girl goes back to her room, and it's like nobody fought anything like that, but it was like words were said, but nobody fought. It wasn't nothing like crazy serious. So after that, I kind of side-eyed Backyard Again, because I'm like, girl, like, you did all of that for what? Like, what did you get out of that? That's not like, I don't think she wanted to talk to him either, so I don't get why she would try to sabotage me on some weird, some weird shit. So I don't get that. So I found out, no, she told me that she was messing with this senior, and he was really popular on campus. He was also popular in New York as well. And I'm gonna call him Rug. He's a fucking rug. Like, I got no beef with him, but he's a fucking rug. Alright, he's a rug. Anyway, so she told me about him. I'm like, okay. And mind you, she had a boyfriend back at home as well. Backyard Again had a boyfriend from Queens back at home, and I knew about her boyfriend. And I knew her boyfriend. So I'm like, okay. So, in my mind, I'm really petty, so I go tit for tat. I don't care how old I am. I'll be 87, going tit for tat. I do not care. I will do it. So I'm like, alright, cool. So one of my friends that I was friends with in school that lived across, well, she didn't live in our hallway. Another one of my friends. Let's call her Wig. So fucking Wig. I told Wig about it, and I told all my other friends about it. I'm like, yo, Wig, she messing with this boy, Rug. She's like, okay. And I think one time Rug tried to talk to Wig. So I'm like, yo, talk to him. She's messing with him, and her were like, they weren't serious. That was her campus boo. Like, that was Backyard Again's campus boo. She was always sleeping over his room. She would never be in the room at all, ever. She would always be in Rug's room all the time. He would pick her up. She would have parties with him and his friends or her friends. Like, it was cool because he was a senior and he was popular, and she's just a freshman. So, and he had a girlfriend at home too. Yo, Rug had a girlfriend back at home as well. Like, let me add that to the story as well. It gets a bunch of cheating going on in college. Anyway, so I tell her, yo, if he talks to you again, if Rug talks to you again, Wig, talk to him. And she does. So they're talking. And I set that up. I made a note, I set that up. And they're talking, getting along, doing their thing. Wig starts sleeping over at Rug's room on some real scandalous business. And Wig was also becoming cool with my roommate, Backyard Again. So they had a little, they were cool. When Wig come visit to my room, she'll say hi to Backyard Again all the time. They'll have a little conversation all the time. So, and I think also Backyard Again told Wig to put on eyelashes as well. So they had a little girl moment at one point. Now she messing with her man Rug. And side story, freaking backyardigans was so dirty. Like when I said she was dirty, she was disgusting. Her whole room, like her side would be a bunch of clothes in the bed because she's never stayed there. She was that rug room, and I used to sleep in my room. I was there. Her whole side, I have pictures too, so I'm gonna include pictures after I'm done talking about this part. She had a whole bunch of clothes on her bed, bags from the mall. She had a Starbucks cup in her room for a long time that it had an army of ants on her side of the room. I'm like, yo, this girl is disgusting. Like she's dirty. Like when I say dirty, she's dirty. And I'm gonna include pictures here. See that? There we go. Dirty. So I never mentioned to her about her being dirty or whatever until after we really had the bad falling out. Because I'm like, you know what? I don't want no beef with my room right now because we already had a little shaken up situation. I don't really want any beef with her right now. I'm gonna just leave it how it is. So she finds out, backyardigan finds out that Wig is talking to Rug. Wig is talking to Rug, yes. She finds out Wig's talking to Rug, and then she's like, oh, you knew I was talking to him. Why are you talking to him? Why did your friend talk to him? I'm like, I don't know. Me and you are friends. Same way how you did some grimy shit to me, I did it to you. Simple. And don't you get away from that home anyway? Like, what? So me and her having these words, like, in our room. And then I tell Wig, and then Wig comes and talks to her about it, and they're arguing about it. Like, arguing. And I don't want them to fight or whatever, so I just let it be. I let it be, and I let Wig leave and go across the hall to our other friend's room and stay in there. And then I leave too. So backyardigan is petty as well, so she was ready to start war with us over this guy. So I totally forgot to mention that we would also go link Rug in his room to like drink with his friends, and I'll post it on Snapchat, and I have all my friends in on it. Wig and Leg post on their Snapchat as well. So, backyardigan could see that we were linking her nigga in his room with his friends to get her fucking mad. And I also cropped out their faces because I'm not friends with any of those girls anymore. I brought one of my friends from home up there to also be petty with me because we were gonna fight this girl backyardigan. I brought her up there to be petty as well because she's with the shits, but we're not friends. So I cropped them all out because I'm not friends with anything anymore, and I cropped the last of his name out so that I don't start any like drama again now. But this is like maybe 6 years ago this happened, probably 5 years ago. Over Rug. So I'm like, okay, if you want to keep starting with me with this boy Derek and Rug, we gonna go to war about this. So she tells Rug that Wig told her about them two, and then Rug cuts off Wig, right? So Wig is mad. She's like, oh, he cut me off because of her, yada 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 yada. I guess she liked him or whatever, and he cut her off because of that, because she went and told backyardigan. And he chose backyardigan over Wig. So we got vengeance. So what I did was, backyardigan had brought her boyfriend for like a weekend to school, and he stayed in our dorm, and I stayed in my other friend's dorm because I was not gonna stay there and watch them do what they do. Like, that's ridiculous. I was not gonna stay in the room. So I left and stayed in my other friend's room. And mind you, she didn't really ask me about it at all. She just brought him there because me and her weren't really cool anymore because of the whole situation. So I'm like, yo, Wig, this is her boyfriend. I need you to talk to him. I need you to make him shit on her. Because I'm being petty. I'm trying to, make this girl's life hell. Like, she started with me, so it's going to be war until you decide to freaking move out. Simple. And leave me alone. So, I get backyardigan's boyfriend's Snapchat, and I give it to Wig. Wig adds him on Snapchat and Instagram. And then he tried to talk to her. I got that chain set in motion. I did that. They start talking. They start fucking talking. And eventually they're talking whatever. He didn't come see Wig at school for a while. They were just talking. Eventually backyardigan and her boyfriend, let's call him Charles, they break up. And then one night he came to the school to go visit my friend Wig. Charles came to visit Wig at school, and he was in the dorm that was across the room that was across the hall from me, to my other friend's room. And backyardigan was at Rug's room at this time, so she didn't know that he was there, but he was there. So you know what I did? I still had backyardigan on Snapchat. So you know what I did? I had them. They were all cuffed up. Rug Wig and Charles were all cuddled up. So you know what I did? Take out my little phone, record that bad boy, put it on Snapchat, and I knew Backyard was gonna see that shit, so I definitely recorded it, and I made sure to keep watching my views to make sure she watched it, and I knew she watched it, and I was happy, so I felt satisfied. Like, I won this fucking war, bitch. I won this fucking war. So she gets petty with it. She's just talking shit about me to people, about Wig to people. So I hear about this, and I press her. I see her and I press her. I'm like, yo, like, what's your problem? Like, you don't say nothing in person. You're never in the room. Like, at this point, she was ghosting me in the room. Like, I would be the only one in the room. That's my room at this point. She was never there, ever. That was my fucking room. That was my room. I ran her out that bitch. At this point, I press her like, yo, why are you talking shit? Like, and she's not saying anything. Like, she's just looking at me like, I'm like, do you want to fight or something? Like, do you want to, like, we should just end this by fighting. Simple. We just end this beef. We'll just fight and call it a day. She's like, no, what am I fighting you for? It's mad dumb. And then Wig sees her on the steps and presses her again. Same thing. She's nothing. She ignores the fuck out of Wig. Doesn't say a damn word. Just keeps walking. Cool. So what I do, and she keeps testing me and doing petty shit, I go up to our room, and they had like the names on the wall, on the doors, like our names. Like, you know how they do that? You know how RA set up that cute shit, have the names on the doors. I rip up her name off the door. I'll put a video right there. So I recorded that. I had my friend record me do it, and I put it on Instagram so she could see that shit. I ripped her name off the fucking door. So after the Instagram situation, I barely saw Backyard again. She was always in Rug's room. She never came back to my room. She barely came back to me. She'll come back when I'm not there, or she'll be in her friend's room all the time. So after this thing died down for a little bit, like, we were into our other things, but we didn't like her friends didn't like us. It was just a thing. Like, we were just beefing. But mind you, Backyard again started all these problems. Like, I don't understand why I'm always friends with girls who start with me. Like, I literally don't do anything. Nothing. Like, me and her wasn't even hanging out, honestly, and then she just started with me. Like, it's not like we were hanging out and I did some grimy shit to you or whatever. I'll get your roommate, and I barely saw you. Like, come on now, we never hang out. So if for you to start this unprovoked situation, now I told you I'm petty, so I'm gonna go to the lengths of the fucking earth to make your life miserable now. So things are quiet. We're just chilling, going to parties or whatever. Things are calm. But there was another argument that we had with Backyard again. I don't know if it was all of us arguing with her, me, Wig, and my other friend. Well, ex-friend, I can't tell her either. Well, we all started beefing with her. I don't know how it happened. Like, one day I was with my friends. I'll give her the one that's across the hall from me. I'll give her a name. We call her Leg. I think Backyard again was talking shit about us in the hallway. Like, after I ripped the thing down, she came and she saw it. And she was saying something to her friend, like, talking shit. And then she's talking shit to us through Leg's door. So we're arguing through the fucking door. Then she walks away. And I asked her again, do you want to fight? And she's still fucking quiet. I open the door. She's still quiet. She closes the fucking room door. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let this girl alone before she fucking starts telling people I'm bullying her, then I get in trouble at school. Because that's like, I came here to learn, not to sit here and beef my roommate and play and connive and shit. I did not come here for that. Left it alone. Then it's heated to the point we have tension. So she's literally avoiding us by all costs. So she's never in the room. She's never in the hallway. She's always avoiding us at all costs. So we never see Backyard again. Not even at parties, we don't see her ever. So it was one night. It was homecoming weekend. I don't know how we got all riled up to fight Backyard again. But all three of us, me, Wig, and Leg, just wanted to fight Backyard again. I don't know what provoked it. I forgot what provoked it. But we were provoked because of her. So what we did was we went to a party, and it was in another boy's room. We're gonna call him James. It was in James' room, and he wasn't a senior. I think he was like a junior at this point. He lived in like the poppin' ass building, like, you know, the buildings like where the oldest upperclassmen live at. They had like their own bedrooms. Like, it was just nice as hell. They'd have to share a community bathroom in the damn hallway. The bathroom was in their dorm, like poppin'. He had a single, so he had his own bedroom, own bathroom, living room area. It was poppin' with no. Wait, he had a roommate. It was 2 rooms. So it was 2 of them in one bathroom. But it was fire. Like, I wanted there so bad. It was called the Ville. So we went to the Ville for his party. I forgot I even named the guy just now. James, I think it was. We went to James' party, and it was mad people there. It was homecoming, so it wasn't even like the last night of homecoming. It was like a weekday in homecoming too. So we're going to the party because we know that Backyardigan and her friends are there. She has 2 friends that she's with. So we go in there. We go, and then we go into the mirror to be petty because they're in one of the boys' bedrooms, right? All of them together, all 3 of them, the friends, and it's 3 of us, me, Wig, and Leg, in the mirror being petty, playing songs like playing Knuck If You Buck song, playing all them songs, being really fucking petty. Like I was so cringy like that we did that shit. I would never do that to this day. Like just provoking a situation, talking mad shit, talking loud. They open the door and they're like, "What?" And we say what we say to them. They close the door. So we're getting crazy, and when the guys see the tension in the party, so they're trying to like, yo, you guys gotta leave. You guys came here last. You guys are starting problems. So I gotta leave. We're like, no. So we start getting crazy with them. Like we start trying to open the door. They're pushing the door closed. Open the door. They keep pushing the door closed. They keep trying to close the door. We keep trying to open the door, get in there and fight them. So we're like, all right. They kick us out. We leave. Then one of them comes out, and mind you, I don't know this girl's name. Like we didn't have no beef with her at all. Like we had no issues with her as one of her friends. No beef with her, period. She never exchanged words with us. The other friend did that she like Backyardigan was with, but this friend that she was with did nothing. She was not in our beef. She was involved at all. She comes out and tries to fight all 3 of us. I'm like, yo, what? Why? And mind you, Backyardigan did not come out, period. She stayed locked up in that room. She didn't come help her friend, nothing. So we get to fighting the girl. So it was a jump thing. So I'm like, I don't really jump people that much. So I hit her one time, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not really gonna try to jump anybody because that's not my thing. Like I don't jump people. I don't believe in jumping. I don't like that. So my 2 friends, Wig and Leg, jumped her, and it was so bad that she had her face print was literally on the wall. Like her makeup face print on the wall. That was back at the video, but it shows too much faces. I don't have time to burn it out, so I'm not gonna put the video in. Then we leave, so we go back to our we out, like we're out back because this is some crazy shit. Like they just really fucked her up. We're out back to our dorm room. We're running back to Everest on some crazy shit, telling our other friends, so we had guy friends, what happened, like the whole situation on what happened. And they're like, yo, y'all are wildin', like literally wildin'. So we get to our dorm, we go back in, and then we know it's gonna be some crazy shit about to go down now, because we went to the basement of our dorm. They have like a little basement with a barbershop, hairstylist area, like a little lounge or whatever. We already know some shit gonna go down, because they really sat there and jumped this girl. So everybody knows what's gonna go down. So we changed our outfits and we're ready, like put on fighting clothes. We're ready for her to bring her friends, because she know where we live at. So we're sitting down waiting, like thinking like, yo, we have to get suspended. Fuck, why did we do that? Just regretting our just dumb drunk decisions, literally. That's that liquid courage. It's bad. We're there thinking like, yo, what's suspended, expelled, something about to go down, because we're not about to just get away with what we just did. So we hear mad commotion upstairs, because the first floor is where the front desk is when you come in, like it's the entrance to come in. We hear mad commotion upstairs. We hear like some girls screaming, going off, and we know it's her. Like we know it's her. So we're like, fuck, we just get ready to fight. But she don't come downstairs. We hear mad screaming, mad shit going on. So it's quiet. She doesn't come down and it gets quiet. I guess she gets her stuff and she leaves. But alright, this is crazy. So we like alright, it's like 1 a.m. now. We need to go to our rooms and then go just like be quiet. Like we don't want no public safety to come knocking on our doors or anything like that. So let's go to our rooms and just be calm. So I don't want to stay in my room because I was rooming with Backyardigan. I don't want them coming in at nighttime trying to beat me on my sleep. I'm like, yo, I'm not with that. You're not about to sit here and beat me on my sleep. Like, hell no, I'm not with it. So I stayed in somebody else's room that night. And then the next day, Wig and Leg gets in trouble. So I guess the girl didn't snitch on me because I didn't really hit her. I hit her one time because I'm not gonna jump her. I hit her one time, she didn't snitch on me. So Wig and Leg got in serious trouble to the point they had to go to like the dean to have a meeting. So it was so bad that they had to get off of the campus immediately. So their parents had to come pick them up like the next day and take them. And then after they had their little meeting, we seen the girl, the other friend, and Backyardigan walking from the dean's office, and all 3 of us together. I was putting my friends, see them, and then she was like, "Oh, you guys hit me, y'all getting in trouble, y'all getting kicked off the campus," talking to Wig and Leg. I'm like, "Yo, y'all started though, so how you gonna snitch when y'all started the whole thing? You came out and fought for your friend who didn't fight for you. So why first of all, why are you with her? Why are you with Backyardigan if you got beat up for her? And y'all just met, to be honest, like you don't know her. Y'all just met and you got beat for her, and she didn't come out and help you when it was her fight, and like." Make it make sense, you're dumb. So that she was dumb. Had to push it. So backyard, Wig and Leg's parents come to get them. They were suspended, and they had to get off campus for I don't know how long. I think it was like a month. They had to stay at home and do their classes, and they had to fight to get their housing back, which they did. Get their housing back. And I was by myself for a while. And backyard again signed up with me. The other girls signed up with me. I was by myself, chilling. The girls come back, and we don't really provoke backyard again too much, because at this point it was getting so bad that I just moved out. Like I said, I'm gonna fight her until she moves out. I ended up. So I hope you guys can see this part, but this was basically when I moved out, and I put on Instagram that I moved. I think I posted a new picture, and he asked me that I moved rooms, like one of my old friends, and then I'm like, yeah, I moved rooms, and he asked why, but this is a screenshot of why, and then you can see her replies to the freaking comments. Like, why is she reading my comments on my pictures? She's mad weird. I moved to this is all freshman year. I moved to another hallway in the same floor, the same exact dorm room. I moved to the next hallway because the RAs were trying to figure out me and her beef, and I'm not gonna be her friend. Nothing gonna be cool with us. So I said, you know, we have beef. I'll just move, and that'll be that. So I moved out. Then I had beef with my new roommate. That's a whole other story time. A whole other story time with that beef with my roommate, my new roommate. I moved out, so I didn't see backyard again for a good while, because she was like, we're not in the same circles. We were at the same parties, and I still never see her. I barely saw her, and I was fine with that. I didn't really mind not seeing her because it was just too much drama related, and I don't need her to start snitching on me, and I get out like my friends did, or suspended like my friends did. Things were quiet for a good while. We left backyard again alone for a good while. Then it, like, my friends were over it, Wig and Leg was over it, I was over it, and I guess backyard was over it. But one year, this is our sophomore year, we moved up and moved to a whole new dorm. So it was me, Wig, and Leg in one dorm room together, and we had an RA and another random girl. We had two random girls and the RA in our freaking room. The worst, living with a damn RA. It was 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, and 6 girls in the living room area, and 2 sinks. That's what it was, yeah. So Wig and Leg were together in a room, and I was with some random girl, and the RA was with some random girl. So, you know, we're 19, we got the hang of college, sophomore year now. We see everybody's going to Miami for spring break. Of course we go to Miami. Backyarding is there with her friend as well, and we're like, yo, we probably go fight her out. We're like, yo, if we see them, we'll fight them. She has a big ass group of friends now. There's mad girls, and they're all from New York. The other girls she's friends with, like, I guess they weren't friends anymore. I don't know how they fell out, because she wasn't with them. So like now we're around trying to fight the big group of girls. So we let them alone. We didn't see them. Go to Miami, have a great time. Spring break was lit. Nothing really happened in Miami. But backyard again, dumbass. She meets a guy in Miami, and she stays in Miami and drops out of school. So it's the end of backyard again. Like, it's like sophomore year, drops out of school. Never see her again. That's a lie. I saw her again. But listen, never see her again. So the beef is done. Like, I'm not gonna see this girl ever again. She lives in Miami with this guy now. Like, there's no beef. Like, this is over. So later on, down the road, I graduate school. And this is after me and Wig and Leg fell out. I'll tell you guys a story time about that time too. I fought Wig. Like, I fought Wig in the fucking parking lot of my job. So that's a whole other story time. If you guys want to hear that, let me know down below. So backyard again moves back to Delaware with the same guy, and she's pregnant by the guy. I graduate, then I move into an apartment because I want to be independent, and I want to be independent, live my own life, live my best life, you know, not come home from college and stay at my mom's house. I want to be doing my own thing, whatever I want to do. So I got a job out there. I had 2 jobs out there, and I was working, paying my rent, whatever. So I'm in the parking lot one day, and I see a guy in a black Benz, and I'm minding my business, by the way. I left the leasing office, I was paying my rent and whatever I was doing, complaining to them about whatever. He sees me, and then he comes to my car. He's like, oh, you live here? I'm like, yeah. He said, what you think about it? I said, I'm about to move to the other side though, because this side where I was living at, the cheaper apartments, like they had like more nice apartments, and the cheaper side, I had the cheaper side because of course, like, I'm not gonna get no crazy shit, I can't afford it. I'm like, I'm staying here, but I'm about to move to the other side because they have this, my apartment has roaches. Like, my apartment has so many roaches, it was ridiculous. That's another story time. You guys wanna hear that too? Down below, but that crazy ass apartment. But I moved to my bougie side. I told him that I'm moving over there because I don't like this side. Like, it's just too ghetto. Like, it's too much ghetto shit going on here. The roaches are a fucking problem. Like, they exterminate. I put traps it's a fucking problem. I'm scared of bugs. So I said, it's a problem. I don't want to live here. He's like, oh, okay. I'm like, do you have it in your apartment? He said, no, I don't have it in my apartment. But we just moved in. I'm like, oh, I wasn't here that long either. I was here like maybe like what, a month or two? And I'm ready to leave already. He's like, okay, cool. And he's like, oh, what's your number? I'm like, I got a boyfriend. I did though at this time. I think me and my boyfriend was broken up. I had like an argument, whatever. I said I got a boyfriend. He's like, okay, let's take my Instagram. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, he looks so familiar. Like, where have I seen this guy? So I get my Instagram, right? I'm like, then he leaves, and it clicks in my head. This is Backyardigans' fucking boyfriend from Miami, right? They live in my fucking apartment complex in the building right next door. So I'm like, yeah, you got my Instagram? Watch me on my fucking shit. Like my fucking pictures of shit. I'm petty, I'm gonna fucking talk to him. Watch. So he DMs me, tries to talk to me. Wait, I think first he was like on my pictures, like his pictures back. And then he DMs me, tries to talk to me, and then I get a DM from Backyardigan. I hope I have it. If I have the screenshot, I'm gonna put it up here. I screenshot everything, so I probably fucking have that shit. I'll put it up here. So I argue with her. I'm telling her, oh, like, bitch, look, I can't fight you because of that fucking baby in your stomach. But when you got the baby, it's clipped for you. We live in the same place. So what's up? She's like, oh, fuck you, girl. Da 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 da. You're a hoe. You don't talk to my man so bad. You're obsessed with me. Like, we've been left school a long time ago. I'm like, bro, I'm not obsessed with you. Your man came up to me. Like, I'm confused as to what you mean. I'm obsessed with you, but I'm talking to your man. Obsessed where? You hit me up. Talk to your man. Like, come on. You got a baby and something, and he'll be here cheating on you, talking to your op. Like, little do he know I'm a fucking op, bitch. So she blocks me because she always does that. She always fucking blocks me. So I tell my friends about it. Nothing happens. I move to the other side. Of the fucking place. And as months go by, nothing back out again. I never see her ever. I have never seen her in the apartment complex. Outside, never. And I was waiting to see that ass. I did not see her. I'm living my life, going to work, having fun with my friends in Delaware, you know, doing my thing. Then he DMs me again. He follows me again. Tries to talk to me again. I'm like, bro, don't you got a girlfriend that always broke up? I'm single. Da 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 da. This is after they had the fucking baby. It's a new ass baby now. But I never linked him. Ever since I seen that first time, I never saw him again. Like, I think I saw him one time at the gas station, but I never like hung out with him in person ever. I guess that was it. And I never gave him my number. It's always fucking Instagram. So I guess I got back together because like a week later she hits me up again. If I have it, I'm gonna screenshot it. I'm gonna put it here. Same thing with her boyfriend. I'm like, bitch, you wanna find out the baby at your stomach? Do you wanna fight? Like, come on now. She's like, oh no, you're testing me still. I'm like, bitch, you're a fucking baby mother. You dropped out of school to get pregnant by some nigga and be his second baby mom. You're his second baby mother, not even the first. You're the second baby mom. You have no ring. Never had a ring. You're a second BM. And I also watch the stories too. He's all the way in Miami and all these things living his best life, but you're at home in Delaware watching that goddamn baby by yourself. You have nothing going on. You got out of school. You have nothing. Where's your degree at? Where is it at? She said, oh, I didn't drop out. What are you talking about? I'm like, girl, you was never there. You dropped out. I don't care if you took online classes. To me, you dropped out. You're a dropout. You was not my graduation, so you dropped out. Simple. Like, oh, we don't talk about da. I'm like, girl. And then she blocks me again. Me and Backyardigan hasn't, you know, her boyfriend hasn't talked to me again. But me and Backyardigan hasn't had any words since then. I've never seen her since freshman year of school. Well, no, sophomore year in Miami. I haven't seen her since then. That was it. Well, yeah. But Backyardigan was really dirty. She was dirty. She was the kind of girl that she was pretty. I'm not gonna lie, she was pretty, but she's the kind of girl that would be pretty and conniving, and she was also dirty as hell. Like, just disgusting. Like, she's nasty. When you guys see the pictures of the room and how it looked, you all know what I'm talking about. She's fucking dirty. Dirty as hell. But that's it. If you guys want a story time about my second freshman roommate, because I had another one, and then she moved out after I got into with her, and I had my own room for a minute for the rest of the school year. So comment down below if you guys want to hear about the rest of my roommate horror stories, because even sophomore year, the roommate that I was in that little suite that we had, I didn't have beef with her, but some shit went down. So I had a couple of roommate stories, and I had one my junior and senior year. I had a roommate as well, and she was just, I have 3 times for days. Okay, definitely you guys gonna hear about that wig and leg fight and when I fought wig in the parking lot. Comment down below. It's gonna be the next one. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. I'll see you guys later.